me early.
God is saying, look, I will go and return to my place. So God he did just like that. He got his back turned to the nation of Israel because we break his commandments. You understand that? Question you should be asking, what is commandments and how do you break the commandments? You understand me? Like I was telling the old man he just left, shaving your beard. That's breaking the commandments, right? You was playing basketball today. Did you know that was breaking the commandment? Let me get that in Isaiah. Yeah, let me get that. Because look, the only way you're going to get up out of your conditions is if you honor the Most High God. You start keeping his commandments. All right? You understand that, Zah? Is ringing the bell? I got you.
Verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day.
So now, what is he talking about? It says, if you turn your feet on his pleasure to do your own work, this right here, bouncing that ball, going out there, shooting that little jump shot like this on the Sabbath day, that's your own pleasure. God said it's a rest day. You can't shoot the jump shots. Shooting J's for Jesus? Nah. We ain't doing that on the Sabbath.
Bring it out.
Read what you got.
And call the Sabbath a delight. The holy.
Guess what? Not only you're doing it, you enjoy doing it. But guess what? You didn't know that prior to. That's cool. You may not know, right? But now you know. Zah, you know. So now, this day 4, when Friday sunset comes to Saturday sunset, you can't be shooting those J's no more. You got to put them up. You got to put up your basketball shoes. You can't be doing that on a Sabbath day. But guess what? When that sun go down, Sunday, that's fine. You can play, you can shoot all the ball you want. Right. Because you're not breaking the Sabbath.
That's right.
You understand that?
Read.
Isaiah 58, verse 13.
Bring it out.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day.
Because guess what? 6 days God created the heavens and the earth. But the 7th day, he rested and he hallowed it. Not for the other nations, not for the Chinese man, not for the East Indian man, not for the Arab man, not for the African man, but for you, Zah, the Israelites. You are an Israelite for the Jews, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel that you see on this sign. He hallowed it for us, not for the other nations. He said, you are set apart. Guess what? If the white boy want to go out there and shoot on the Sabbath day, let him do that. God don't give a damn about him.
Right.
God don't give a damn about the African man.
Right.
God don't give a damn about the Chinese man, the Japanese man. He said, don't you bounce a ball on the Sabbath day. If they want to do it, what the hell with them? God don't care about them. Read.
And call the Sabbath a delight.
So guess what? Also, you bouncing it, like I said, and you love to do so. You enjoy that thing. You call it delight. Today, you should stop that delight. It should be like, you know what? If I love the Most High God, I'm going to stop shooting ball on the Sabbath day. It's that simple. Keep the commandments and live. Don't keep the commandments and die. It's that simple. Read.
The holy of the Lord, honorable, and shall honor him.
And shall what?
And shall honor him.
Question. Do you want to honor the Most High? You want to honor the Most High, right? So this is how you honor the Most High. You keep his commandments. That's just one law, right? That's just one of them. That's how you honor the Most High God. Earlier we was bringing up the Sabbath day, how you honor the Most High God. Let's go back to that. Is more? Read on.
Not doing thine own ways.
So wait a minute. So Zah, you may not know prior to today, but that's your own ways. Right? Because the Most High said 6 days he gave you to do all your work and labor and do all that. To play whatever you want to do. But the 7th day, he said, you know what? You're going to have to rest on that day. Give it a rest. Right? So, from this day forward, when Saturday sunset to Saturday sunset, what are you going to do, Zah? Huh? You're going to do what? All praises. Give that brother a round of applause. From your lips to the Most High God is. So you have to rest on the Sabbath day. Let's hold up. Go back to Exodus. Go back to Exodus right quick. About the Sabbath. Exodus 20. Because look, the reason why we're in these conditions that we're in, like I said earlier, did you know that this happened to your people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Are you familiar with this? No? Why do you think this happened? Why do you think slavery happened? That's the million-dollar question. Why did slavery happen?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Why? Just think. You thinking, huh? Why? You ain't quite there yet, huh? I got you. Don't worry about it. Let me get that right quick. This is why slavery happened. Let me get that. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. This is why. Matter of fact, get one.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Look around right now. Do it look like we above all nations? Do it look like it? We in the hood. They got mansions. They got multi-million-dollar mansions. Right. $30 million mansions. We don't have that.
Bring it out.
Read it again.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
So now, if we kept the commandments, he was going to set us on high. But let's see what happened if we did it. 15, read.
But it's, verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken.
So now, if you will not hearken, meaning what? Keep the commandments of the Most High God. Right? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So now, you got laws and you got statutes, right? It says, thou shalt not kill. What's the statute up under that? If I hate my brother in my heart, I am a murderer. That's a statute.
That's right.
So it's laws and the statutes up under that. You understand me? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Christ said, even if I look upon a maid, I have committed adultery. That's a statute. Don't sleep with your wife on her period. That's a statute upon it. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's a statute. Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now, if you broke the commandments, guess what? Say it again. Read again.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
This happened to the nation of Israel, Zah. You see that? Give me that in 68. This happened to your nation. That's why we still in the hood.
Right.
That's why they shoot us down.
Right.
That's why we can go in these damn Chinese stores and they whoop our sisters' asses and kick them up out of there. That's why that happened. They don't honor us. Because they know that if we stay in sin, they can do what the hell they want to do with us.
That's right.
But guess what, Zah? Once you raise up and you keep these commandments, you set this back in order. You set your people back in order. These things will no longer happen to you. That's if you keep the commandments. That's if you keep the commandments. You understand me? Read.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Zah, your great-great-grandparents, your great-great-grandmothers was brought over here by cargo slave ships.
That's right.
And guess what? Newsflash. The people that had the insurance policies on those slave ships is the damn Jewish people.
Right.
They funded the slave trade.
Right.
But guess what? They changed their names to make it seem to sweep it up under the rug.
Right. Bring it out.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So, it says the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. What does Egypt mean? What you think it means? What you think Egypt means, bro? That's correct. He said slavery, bondage, right? Let's get that under the Bible. Watch this, because the Bible is your history book. Did you know that, Zah? You learn it today that the Bible is your history book. It's only for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Understand me? Read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So guess what? The word Egypt means captivity, slavery, bondage.
Right.
You understand me? And didn't that happen? What year happened? You don't know? You know what year happened? What year happened? Yeah. 16, 19, 14, 92.
Right.
That's the year that it happened. That's the year that the prophecy came to pass. In Deuteronomy 28 verse 1, he said, if you keep the commandment, you're going to be on top. I ain't going to sell you into captivity. Verse 15 said, if you break the commandments, guess what? Your ass going to captivity because you broke the commandments.
Right.
Let's read it again, 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he's going to bring you into captivity again. Why you say again? Because we was in multiple captivities, right? You understand that? Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So wait a minute. The Bible prophesied that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans was going to go where?
Into Egypt again.
So you're going to go into slavery, captivity again by what though? What's transportation?
With ships.
So cargo slave ship was prophesied thousands of years ago before it happened.
That's right.
It was going to happen to the children of Israel.
That's
the
right.
so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
So guess what? The Bible is a true book.
That's
It's
right.
your history book.
Right.
And to get out these conditions that we're in, what we read in verse 1, 28 verse 1, we got to do what? I want to see if you're following me. I'm just not talking just to be talking. I want you to keep the commandments, keep up with me. What we got to be doing? Keeping the commandments. It's that simple. All right? Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
So your homeland, us collectively sold into captivity, we wasn't brought back to Jerusalem. We wasn't brought back there. You understand me? Because we still in sin.
Right.
Read. Hold up. Drop that. Let me get that. In Galatians. Yeah, let me get that. Jerusalem. So, we was brought over here by slave ships. Question. As a, collectively as a people, have we been brought back to our land? So what that means? We're still in captivity to this day.
Right.
We're still in captivity because the prophecies hasn't been fulfilled yet until that time, until Christ come back, right? To save us. Read.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Guess what? You may not know that, but Jerusalem is your homeland.
That's right.
That's where you come from. You're a real Jew. You're not Jewish. You're not African American. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Hold that. Let me get Hebrews chapter 7 verse 4. Go ahead, officer.
Hey, so what y'all learned so far? I know you've been watching, right? You got fringes on already. You came up, you said you already been watching, right? What about you? What was your name? Zai? Zay? Say it again? Zai? What's your name? Fat? Richard. All right, so what have you learned today? So far. Because I know when you first came up, you mentioned you was playing basketball, stuff like that. But prior to that, did you know any of this information? That you was Israelite? You ever hear that before? You played basketball. You ain't hear what was going on in the news and what's going on? With Ye? You know who Ye is, Kanye? Kanye West? You ain't been on social media? No? What about Kyrie? You know who that is? Of course you know who he is, right? Because you play basketball. What's been going on with him? What's been going on with him? Say again? I can't hear you. Speak up a little bit. about the Jewish people, right? Okay, so he's following and showing what he's doing is he's agreeing with what Kanye said, right? And what these brothers here in purple, that's exactly what we say, right? Exactly what the Bible says. That the Jews, the true Jews are what? You just learned it. The true Jews what? The true Jews are those people here on this side.
Right. That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, Native American people.
That's right.
Right? What's your nationality? Prior to coming up here, what would you call yourself? What would you have called yourself? Light-skinned? That's it? Okay, so, all right. What about your parents? Are they white? Are they Hispanic? They said what? Black? So you would be a so-called black man, right? Or African American man. Just like yourself, right? Prior to learning this, you would know that. Same thing with you, right? But you learned that the actual blacks, Hispanics, and natives today are actually Israelites. How important is it? What's the importance of that? Because at first when you came up, he was saying, you're sinning, you're doing against God's laws. That mean nothing to you yet, right? Really don't mean nothing to you, right? Until you know what? To what? About the what? Israelites.
That's
right?
right.
Not Islam, Israelites.
Right.
All right, my bad. I can't hear you, right? So this right here happened to your people.
Right.
The fact that our people have gone on to cargo slave ship and still, our mentality is still in slavery, right? Go to Baruch 3 and 8, or 4 and 8. What is it?
Bring it out.
3 and 8. Go to Baruch 3 and 8. So what you wanna take away from today is know that it's not a sin to play basketball, right. But when you do it on God's Sabbath day, that when He say, hey, on this day, I gave this day for all y'all.
Right.
All day you go to school? You go to school? What about you? You work? All throughout the week we working. Busting back all throughout the week. But what did He say? He said, on this day, ain't no working. Ain't no doing nothing else. Go out and teach the people what you've learned. Go out and do what I tell you to do according to the Bible, right?
Mr. Nathaniel, I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
We used to scream Black Power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.